In this game, Benjamin took black, Robert took white. We welcome both of these players in Iglo. I think that's their first season, or at least I wasn't commenting their games before, so welcome in such a high group. Robert takes white, all right, and it starts with Tanner and say, oh, by the way, I can see a comment instead of L10 play K11. Sorry, it was about previous game and I missed it. We have a Joseki and it's common to finish the Joseki with this move. But currently, black is not very interested in the left side, so black played away, which is also all good. And now the question comes, how should white continue if black didn't play there? Does white have a good continuation? And yes, apparently here, white can first of all play like that, but that's not very severe. Second of all, white can cut and play here. And now how should black play? Do you know? This is an interesting question. What should be the next move? Should black extend? Extension is an empty triangle in disguise, because this move of black is half center. And if black plays here, if white connects, then black is happy. But white will play from the other side and push black down. And then black will capture the stone, and white will need to add a move. I mean, it makes sense to add a move, otherwise black has all these moves in center. So white will add a move. Does it look familiar? Well, it should, because there is a famous Joseki. This Joseki works the same. White doesn't play here because it's an empty triangle in disguise. Instead, white turns, and if black connects, white is satisfied, so black pushes. And then black needs to go back. You see, it's also the 4-4 point. I mean, the results are very, very similar. So I also learned it today, and it's very nice to compare these two results. Which is better? I mean, they are very similar. They are very similar. In both, the one player gets cornered. The outside shape is almost the same. The number of points in the corner is quite similar as well. Maybe in that one, there are a few more points in the corner. Right? Because this is a black stone, but there are white stones here, 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 here. But on the other hand, black is stronger in the other variation. So black can be the first one to play on the outside. And now, not necessarily, because there is also a big move around here. So maybe black will add a move here, and then white goes first. Good to know such a continuation of a Joseki. But of course, we don't need to play it. We had another Joseki in this game. White pushes, and very good to learn it. First of all, most common, if we have a stone on the right side, on the top side, then the most common thing to do is to play a counter pincer. And if we play the classical Joseki, which is the shoulder hit, then still the most common way of playing is to turn it into a pincer by blocking now. And white goes up, and we jump, and if white encloses us, we can still live in the corner. And if white jumps down, we can continue the jumping fight. If white connects from below, then we are happy. If white plays here, then, well, it will be a fight. And who knows where correct moves are. Yeah, so good to know it. This turn is the correct move. It's actually a bit better than following the Joseki. Following the Joseki has an issue. There is a very nasty cutting point in black shape, and white should go for it. Like this. Instead of adding a move, which is a which was common back in the day. So black should in fact play here, but then the line of stones is not connected either. White went into the corner, and this looks a bit bold because there are weaknesses, edges in that group. So now black can try to use both of them by splitting white. I expected this move now, but white chooses another one, which is also good. White goes down. It's difficult for white. Black can even play here, but white can connect from below. So maybe better to split white. Black played here. This is actually very smart because now the connection doesn't work. So white is in a bit of trouble. But in fact, why not here first? Would be a bit better. Would create a cutting point in black shape on the outside. So later, if we can get this move, it might be a double threat. Grzyb. Is this a grzyb? Maybe a bit of a grzyb. Mushroom. White attacks, black shape. Makes sense. And black fights. Black should fight. But now white made a big mistake. It might look like this move is better than that one because it takes away black's liberty. And we are about to have a capturing race. But the difference in the outside strength is tremendous. This move is half center. If black answers, white is already very happy. White kills black. If black doesn't answer, then we can get these moves in center. Or if we prefer, we can get these moves in center. Or if black plays here, then we are already satisfied. And afterwards, we will probably simply live, and then black will maybe try to split us, but we can still go out. Or black plays here, but we can still connect. Or black simply decides that he better doesn't die with that other group. But well, white has such a good outside. But in the game, black can and should, as fast as possible, play this Atari. Now, this stone of white looks quite wasted. And black got an exchange which gives him more strength on the outside. So now, even if black dies, black is happy. Black is happy with what happened. And now, it's a perfect moment for black to just play these moves and just be good. I mean, first Atari, of course, and here. I don't know how the capturing race will finish, but it must be good for black even if black dies. Because black has time to play this move, which kills white in the corner, and black got such an amazing strength. This strength really compensates for that death, especially because of the other corner. And locally, how is it? It's not even clear if black dies. So this was a great opportunity for black, but instead of doing it, black lost center, thinking that white will continue, but this was unfortunately naive of black. And why do we do it if anyway we cannot make two eyes there? So now white managed to trick black, played this move, and black should go here and live, I guess. But instead, black was trying to take away white's life, and suddenly the Tesuji stopped working, and now white can connect. So now black's in trouble. White connected two groups, lived with both, and black still needs to spend a move to live. White even took the chance to take away black's eyes. Maybe still a good chance for black is to first play the exchange, and then go here first, and then Hane. No. Now white is in a bit more difficult position, I believe. Though still, black needs to spend a move. And yeah, probably black dies. Another possibility is to try to give white less liberties by starting such a ko, but it looks a bit crazy, though maybe possible. But even if we win the ko, we die. So it's difficult for black. And in the game, well, black simply died. And actually, what white should do now, really should, is calculate whether it's really needed to add a move. Because if not, then why don't we get a yet better position by playing away? It might win us a game to play a tenuki in such a moment. And we have quite a lot of liberties, and we should remember that our eye has 4 intersections, so it already classifies as a big eye, as a large eye, which means that there cannot be a seki with such a group if black has a normal eye. So so all the shared liberties are white's liberties, and black needs to take them away. There cannot be a seki. White wins the capturing race. So white did not need to spend another move. It was wasted. It was maybe worth 2-3 points in center, in reverse center, or not even, maybe, yeah, 2 points. But this move is worth so much, so much. And of course, black cannot live locally. This is clear. So black also should stop it already now. Then, well, black still got a beautiful influence because of that mistake of white. It's still a normal game for black. Still, who knows how it will go with such a huge moyo. So here, mistakes by both players to not not count the liberties and continue the capturing race, even though it could be left before. This move looks not correct. I would recommend playing in the center and accepting white's potential here, not Hane, turn, or even that invasion. It's all right if black can claim such a big box, I believe. But also a good move. White enters, very interesting way. I think that I would heavily consider playing from above, but still it's not a guarantee of anything. Still maybe white lives. And if white lives locally, it might be a disaster for black, unfortunately. So it might be better to play more conservative, like black did. But then white went out. Well, still not played bad by black, if now he can get such a turn. But white gets the outside. This might be a mistake. Maybe better to play on the outside, because the continuation is not that big. The tail of the group is not that big, but it's still something. And black took it. But white got even stronger on the outside thanks to that. This move is questionable. And this exchange is also questionable because we have that move otherwise. Maybe better to play here or there. But well, still looks good for white. I think that white has an upper hand in this game because black's moyo is in the end not as big as we could have dreamed. And white has 10, 25, 30, 5, 40 points for sure, 43, over 50 plus Komi, also points there. So 55 for white plus a lot of potential here. And black has 6 times 3, 6, 9, 12. So black has 72 minus 7, 8, 11, but plus 3, 4. Well, black has 65, but how to match that big potential of white? White should be good in this game. A usual move is here, because afterwards we can still take the corner in almost as good manner as after this move, and we are stronger on the outside. So this is non-orthodox play. I would rather recommend a jump. And for white, maybe no need to burn the agile now. Maybe better to play here and later count on such Tesuji. All right. White takes the territory. Oh, white managed to get it. Ah, that's so unfair. Black should do it even now. Even now. It should be more of center for black than for white, because black threatens to... Black doesn't threaten to kill white's group, does black, right? It's not a threat. It's not a threat. But well, in fact, it is. Oh, sorry. Not this. No, this or not this? Does it matter? Or maybe it doesn't matter? Here, here, here. Yeah, it's a direct call. All right. If white had one more liberty on the outside, then you need to play from here to make it a direct call. Otherwise, it becomes a two-step call. But now, anyway, it's a direct call. All right. So, well, black threatens killing white in a call. Is this enough of a threat? Maybe white can ignore. Maybe white can ignore. Also, white might opt to live on a small scale, but I think it's better to go for a call life. Because look at all the... First of all, we can live very big if we win the call. And second, we get such outside bonuses, which we wouldn't get otherwise. Well, but anyway, it seems that it was more of a privilege of black, and white got it. So 4 points difference. 4-point difference is really huge. So now white should be very good. I mean, it's a difference almost of a commie. Here black played it nicely. But well, white also gets a useful stone, but then black gets this continuation, which is very good. White is reduced to 5 points, but white is good in this game. We have a funny call. Black plays a wrong threat. It's better to threaten like this, because afterwards we have still 2 threats, and in the game variation we had only 1 more threat. We had that call, but the result of the game won't be changed. By the way, here we should play, here. Then white will still need to add 1 move in the end of the game. And like this, white won't need to add any move. So there is no Samedori. So it's a 1-point difference. Black lost 1 point by playing a wrong move there. And well, the Ko has finished, but I think that white simply kept the advantage. I believe that white won this game. Yeah, interesting game. This was a very bad mistake by white, but then this was another big mistake by black. And the game was still not decided, but white reduced black's Moyo successfully. All right, so I think this is it. And we will move to the last game for today. Last game from round 2.